Hello friends, in this video we'll see what is margin calculator and how to calculate margin. So margin is some percentage of contract value of underlying which is used to transact the derivatives. Features and options of the derivatives. So you don't need to have full transaction, you don't need to pay full transaction money. Okay, that's called leverage. Okay, and we have already discussed about all these things in my earlier videos, so please watch earlier videos about feature to know more about margin, span margin, and we discussed uh, M2M benefits and risk factors, span margin, exposure margin, all those things. So and the margin penalty, so this is very important thing, margin penalty. So we have in the initial margin, we have span margin and exposure margin. So exposure margin, broker will be having a look at exposure margin. It's a cushion on top of span margin. So in case if exposure margin is getting eroded, so broker will give a call, margin call, and they will ask us to fill the required margin, and they can square off also if we have not fulfilled the requirement. And in case if they don't square off and the span margin is getting eroded, then there will be a penalty from the exchange. Okay, so here brokers risk management system takes care, but in case if it happens they don't square off, then there will be a chance of margin penalty. And we'll see how to calculate margin for feature and options. Okay, so we'll see the margin calculator. So there are many margin calculators. You'll get number of tools in online to calculate margin. So here I will be using zerodha's margin calculator. This is the margin calculator of zerodha. So let's see. So here the exchange, this is the product type. Here we can select NFO. NFO is NSE, future and options. And MCX is multi commodity exchange. And CDS is currency derivative segment. So let's say we will take NSE's future and options. Say for a future we want to calculate how much is the margin. Select we'll select say Nifty future 27th May. See, we will have different expiry dates. 27th May. Okay, and the net quantity, the lot size is 75. If you want two lots, 75 into 2 you need to put. Okay, so you want to buy, say add here, buy or sell, whichever one you want you select and add. See here we see combined margin requirements. Span margin is 1,38,563. Exposure margin is 22,036. So total margin, that's the initial margin. See, span plus exposure is 1,60,599. See, if you put your cursor over here, it will show the details. Okay, so this is the, see here, we'll see how much is the initial margin, exposure margin, and this is the total margin which we have to pay. And you have to do reset before adding one more. Say we will do option, NFO option for Nifty 27th May, call or put, which one you want, call or put, and strike price say 14,500. And lot size will be 75. If you want 2 lots, 3 lots, 10 lots, and 50, so you need to add here. If you want to buy, see, buying will, you don't have to pay the margin, you need to pay the premium, right, in options. So see here, buying options require full premium and not margin, so it will show here 0. If you say buy, see, I'll say add, see 0. Then let's reset it and put it for the sell. Now it will show the margin for sell. Strike price we need to give, lot size 175, sell, add. See, span margin, exposure and premium also it will calculate how much is the premium. 34,301 is the premium, okay, for this particular strike price, and this is the expiry. Okay, so yeah, buying options require full premium and not margins. Hence, premium values to buy options don't show up in the margin calculator. But adding buying option position and you have a sell also, that hedging, then you will have a less margin. Okay, that comes under hedging. So this is how we calculate the margin. See here you can see span, exposure, and how much is the premium receivable, and the total margin. So we need to have a look into this before transacting. See, and so Visa NFO, MCX also we can see, MCXA features. Say we want to do silver 30th June, its lot size is 5, okay. We want to say buy. See, this is the margin, and say we will do currency derivative segment, feature or option, whatever you want. See, you can see Euro INR, GBP INR, USD INR, different expiry days. Here it will be 1, so you need to increase, let's say 1 for buying. See how much is the margin for currency derivative segment. And so similarly for equity futures also we can see it's a little bit different. Say we want to search for, say, Wipro. So see here Wipro, this is the expiry date 27th May and lot size is 1600. And this MWPL is market wide position limit. So if it is more than I think if it is more than some 90% or 95%, then this will come under ban. See here it's showing 29.14%. And margin rate, this is the margin rate, this is the normal margin, this is the price of the future. So we can also calculate here how much money we have. Say we have this much money and how many lots that can be bought. Okay, go 5 lots of each 1600 share of this much price can be bought. Okay, this is for equity. And commodity Visa, currency Visa, and equity future. This is margin for equity intraday trades. Okay, so here they will give the percentage, how much is the leverage. Okay, see for MIS, right, margin intraday square of. Okay, so this is how we use margin calculator. Okay, thank you.